of time. Where are they now? All the ghosts from your past, lost in dreams of a time long gone by.
Better tell her to come back as quick as she can. Ted's starting to get pretty sus.
Extremely sus, I'd say. I think it's about time somebody told me what was going on. Don't you?
From getting down the well. But Mia and Jessie won't dig it up and they won't get splattered, so they'll never
teach me.
Kids?
That's why we had to steal
the Tama found out that this Sir
Ivor
Ivor guy who lives next door to Louisa,
was in terrible danger.
When he said he'd
and now he's
up
in
the
bed
well, he was just saying that...
Wait. Let me get this straight. You're Louisa, the girl that Jo claimed she saw in the mirror. You come from 1919. Are these your clothes?
Yes.
Uh-huh. And all the time that Jo's been disappearing, she hasn't been going for long walks or visiting Alex. She's been ducking back through the mirror to 1919, which is where she is now.
Yes. Gonna have to show him.
Oh, please, be my guest.
Well, we're not quite sure how it all works. Jo and Louisa are the only ones who can see each other, but they're not the only ones who can go through.
Uh-huh.
Louisa's brother Titus can do it, and I can too. Come on. It's cool, Dad, but Tama can't for some reason. I reckon he's too scientific. You've got to really believe.
Well, I'm telling you, there's a distinct lack of belief coming from this corner of the...
What were you saying, Dad?
See?
Hey, girlie. What's your business here?
I just have to give a message to my father.
All right, but quick about it.
Thanks.
Jo did this, playing cricket in the other time.
Sorry?
With Titus. She hit a 6 through the window and broke it.
The window?
And the mirror.
But the window isn't broken.
No, she broke it in 1919. And when she came back, the mirror was broken here too, which it wasn't before. So that proves that she can...
change things. OK. I think I'm getting the picture. So is that what you meant by it's all my fault? The drum comes from 1919. Somehow the mirror takes her back to 1919. So this whole business must have something to do with her. So where is she now?
At the wharves. She's trying to find where Sir Ivor's moved the drums.
Sir Ivor? Sir Ivor who?
So where have they gone?
All I know is that a lot of strange things been happening around here lately.
Like what?
Well, if I tell you where your drums are gone, will you promise to clear off?
Why? What's happened? What's going on?
I'm as in the dark as you are. I just think it'd be safer if you didn't ask so many questions.
So where have they taken them?
Away.
Away? Is that it? I could have told you that.
Far away from nosy little short-haired girls.
How?
By train. Back and beyond, where they won't be poisoning anybody. You happy now? Don't worry. They're out of harm's way.
Not all of them.
I want her back here. Now.
We can't. We don't know exactly where she is.
Down at the wharves.
That's where she said she was going.
Or find her. Tell her to come back. I'm not having her running around in 1919 with the Sir Ivor maniac on the
But
loose.
Joe's the only chance Mia and Jessie have got.
Can adults go through this mirror?
That doesn't look much like homework to me, Jade Coigley.
What are you doing here?
I've come for a little talk.
You leave me alone. I put the mirror back like you said. Now stay away from me.
Oh, surely not. I'm here to help you.
I don't need any help from you.
Really? Huh. I must have been mistaken then.
What do you mean, help me?
Strictly speaking, it'd be a case of each of us helping the other. We shared a common interest in young Miss Tiegan.
Joe?
I believe that's her name, yes.
What common interest? What are you talking
A
about?
common interest in ensuring that she disappears. Forever.
It's like with Tama. You've got to really believe.
I do. I saw Louisa come and go. I believe.
Who's kidding who, Dad? See?
Come on. Come on.
Louisa, there you are. Where have you been? You really shouldn't be getting about the streets without Arnie, you know.
I'm sorry, Mama. I didn't go far. I'll sit with Papa now, if you like.
Well, I do have to have a word with Mrs. Whitelaw about the larder. Thank you.
He's going to be all right, Mama.
Yes.
No, he's going to be all right. I know he is.
We must all hold on to that belief, Louisa.
Yes, but... Never mind.
Honestly, Andrew, what is all the mystery about? Why can't you just tell me?
Cat, I'm going to tell you, but believe me, you need to see the proof.
He's right, Mum. It's pretty mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing.
Zilch. Nothing's happening.
I don't believe this. I have work to do.
Cat?
While you two are sitting here playing stupid and sensitive games, I am fighting to salvage what's left of my career.
So that means she can get back?
Yeah, we've got to show Mum. Come on.
I don't think so.
What? Why not? We've got to show her while it's still working. See?
What if it isn't working when we drag her up here?
It will be.
Well, we got away with this once, I don't think I'd like to try explaining it to her again.
But that was just a one-off. Someone must have knocked it.
Yeah. Look, Catherine's under a tremendous amount of pressure at the moment. I don't think she needs the extra worry of knowing what Jo's up to. We'll just keep up the pretense that she's staying over at Alex's and hope she gets back soon.
Arnie?
Yes, Mrs. Whitelaw.
You've been in my pantry, haven't you?
It's part of my job, Mrs. Whitelaw.
Don't you get clever with me, my girl. A big mutton bone like that. Did you think I wouldn't notice?
I didn't take anything.
Well, I don't know who else around here would.
What is all this commotion about? Remember Mr. Iredale's condition, please.
It's the bone from last night's roast, ma'am. I was keeping it for soup. It's disappeared.
And what use do you suppose Arnie might have with a soup bone?
I'm sure I wouldn't like to say.
Did you take it, Arnie?
No, Mum.
Well, there we have it. Honestly, what a fuss to make over a piece of leftover food.
What are you doing? You'll hurt yourself.
Oh, don't be such a chauvinist.
What?
Never mind. You've seen me up here before anyway.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry.
Look, save the apologies for later. Just get the plank before someone sees me.
And this is where you're to come.
Respected elders. What kind of name is that?
Rather an appropriate one, I'd have thought.
So how come I have to go round to your place? Why can't you tell me what I have to do now?
Because in a few moments your mother will return home.
No, she won't. She's at a meeting.
Something about a misplaced sheaf of notes, I believe. 2 o'clock it is then.
Hang on, you act like I'm supposed to do whatever you tell me. What if I don't want to?
You wouldn't want nasty Jo Tiegan spreading the malicious rumour that it was actually good-natured Jade Coigley who caused that ghastly poisonous sludge to spray all over her hapless friends, Mia and Jessie, would you? Oh, yes, Jade. I know everything there is to know about you. I know things you don't even know yourself. You'll do as I say.
Only me, sweetness, for God's sake.
They must have moved them almost as soon as we'd driven off.
All except the one I took as evidence.
Yes. I blame myself for that. I should have remained on guard with the hansom cab.
It wouldn't have made any difference.
We'd still have the drum if I had. We'd be able to prove your story.
They'd only have swiped it from us some other way.
What do you mean? Who would?
Whoever it is that dumps the drum down the well.
What makes you assume the same person who stole the drum last night is the same person who dumps the drum down the well?
Because it's the only one left. All the others are on their way to the middle of nowhere.
I don't understand. How can you know all this?
Because it's all to do with me.
What makes you say that?
If I hadn't freaked Louisa out about the toxic stuff, and she hadn't gone and told her dad, and then he hadn't gone charging down to the wharves, and I hadn't stolen the drum, they all would have gone. Everything I do to try and help just makes things worse. It's me. The poisoning's happening because of me.
Thank you, Louisa. I'll sit with him now.
Mama, in the future, people will travel by aeroplane, just as we travel by ship or train.
Well, yes, they do say that will come with time. Although it sounds a little to me like something out of a Jules Verne novel or H.G. Wells. But then so many things they've imagined are becoming real.
You have to tell Papa not to be afraid of aeroplanes, Mama. You have to make him believe you.
Louisa, a fear of flying is hardly your father's major concern right now.
Yes, but...
You dozed off. You had a horrid dream.
It wasn't a dream.
They can seem frighteningly real sometimes. I hope you always dream sweetly, my darling. Now, off you go. Get some rest.
You will tell him, though, about flying?
Oh, of course. Although what you're talking about is a long way off. I doubt whether any of us are likely to take to the air. Least of all your father.
Come. Mr. Fred to see you, sir.
I didn't send for him. Iredale's been taken care of. Fred's usefulness is over. Send him away.
A more prudent man, Sir Ivor, might first inquire as to what brings me here.
You have performed a few small services for which you were amply rewarded, Mr. Fred. I thought I made it clear that was to be the limit of our association.
You did. But unfortunately, fate does not seem content to leave it at that. She seems determined to throw us together. I have in my possession an object, rightly belonging to you, if I'm not mistaken. A sealed metal container. Would you still like me to leave?
Well, Mr. Fred, it appears I underestimated you.
People often do, Sir Ivor.
And game.
Good one. I've got to get on with tracking down that handsome cab.
Oh, please, no. Just one more game. It's no fun here on my own. The servants always let me win.
You've beaten me every game too.
But you aren't letting me beat you.
Oh, yeah? Right. I've just been lulling you into a false sense of security. This time's for real.
So, you claim to have found a drum emblazoned with a skull and crossbones outside my neighbour's house in a hansom cab.
Joshua Iredale went down to the wharves last night to look for a consignment of sealed metal containers. I assume he found them. Now, what I ask myself could be so significant about one small drum that it should cause all this fuss?
If you're so curious, why don't you open it up and find out?
Iredale lies unconscious in his bed, and there are rumours about the house of deadly poisonous substances. I shall decline your most generous invitation.
And how do I know you're not playing a double game, Fred? You're the one that said Iredale would be at the wharves. How do I know you weren't down there yourself? He was in no condition to return home unaided, let alone carry off one of the drums. He had assistance.
Not I. But you might be interested to know that the Tiegan girl was down at the wharves this morning, asking questions.
Tell me something I don't know. She's no threat to me. So, you were the one following her. Made quite a fool of you, didn't she, the way she gave you the slip like that?
Perhaps I'm not the only one to be made a fool of.
How so?
I take it your spies also uncovered the identity of the driver of the commandeered hansom cab?
Nicholas! I wish to speak with you. Nicholas! Why did it take you so long to answer?
I was resting.
Really? Yes. I can imagine you would need your rest. Running around at the wharves last night with those two young ladies must have been profoundly exhausting.
I believe it is you who needs to rest, Sir Ivor.
You were seen, sir. So let's abandon all pretense, shall we? Now, how did you get out? It's too far to jump. Your condition, certainly. It's far too dangerous. Those girls provided you with the means of climbing across to the roof, didn't they? Well, as you're always complaining about having no one to play with, we'll turn it into a game. I'll look round, and you'll tell me whether I'm hot or cold. Is it in here, I wonder? Cold. Definitely cold. How about here? No? Well, that just leaves under the bed, doesn't it, Nicholas?
All right, I'll get it for you.
Simple but effective. I'm disappointed in you, Nicholas. I rescued you from your enemies. I took you into my house.
You were well paid.
There are others who would pay far more handsomely for your delivery, alive or dead. Don't be so certain I won't consider their offers. If you ever defy me again, you may abandon for all time any chance of regaining your birthright.
Oh, wow, I thought we was going to get us for sure.
Yes.
Thanks. What did he mean about your birthright? Who are you, Nicholas?
I cannot tell you, I'm sorry.
Oh, what?
Please, Jo, you must trust me. It's far too dangerous for you to know.
This program was made with the help of your broadcasting fee, so you can see more of New Zealand on air.